So this is a Nick Mulvey tutorial for Cucurucu. Capo's on 3, some standard tuning, and a few different sections to the song. I'll go through them in turn. Introduction, and then the first chorus, and then it goes into the main vamp, and then there's a middle A, vamp again, and then there's an outro. So the first section is the introduction. It's a C chord, but you're going to hammer on the D string with your middle finger. And then there's going to be another chord which is quite interesting. It's like a jazzy version of a G, but not. And that's going to be third string. You're going to play the third fret on the top string, but you're going to make sure you mute the A string by just leaning your finger against it. And then there's a 4, 2, and 1. Okay, so it's 3, 4, mute. Sorry, 3, mute, 4, 2, 1, 0. And then you play G, D, and then pull off your little finger to play the D open, and then there's an E minor. And then there's a couple of hammer-ons now. So there's a hammer-on the A string, and then you play the open D string, and then you hammer on the D string and pull off, and then play the A with the second fret on still, okay? And then you go straight into a G there. And that little section to lead it back into the introduction section again is a hammer on the second string, and then a hammer on the D string. Okay, so it's... and then back into the C, and then the jazzy G. And then the hammer-ons, and then stay on the E minor the second time. I'm going to play that to you now. And then that's the introduction section. The first verse, he just plays a single chord, and the first chord he plays is a muted top string, and then it's 2, 1, 2, 0, 2. It's all a bunch of stuff. You can't really see it, but it's 2, mute, and then 2, 1, 2, 0, 2. He just plays that the once. Softly in the evening dust. Something, 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 and then there's an A minor 7, which is mute, and then open, 2, open, 1, open. Okay? So 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. And then taking me back down, the V string goes back to that same chord, which is mute, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2. And he plays the A minor 7 again, and he starts strumming this now. So it's... Okay, and now he goes into the Cucurucu chorus section, and this is the first time he plays the Cucurucu section, and that's the first chord he plays is a C, but it's a C over G, so you need to make sure you've got the top string playing the G note, which is the third fret. So that's 3, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. And then back to the jazzy G, and then E minor. And then G, and then straight to the C over G, and then the jazzy G, and then the E minor again. There you go. And the song's picked up pace a bit, and then it goes into the bar chords, and this is for the softly now and the something, and that you're going to bar the 5th fret and play a G chord. You're not going to complete the G chord with a little finger, you're just going to play 3, 2, and then 5, 5, 5, 5. So you leave that E to ring. And then it's that kind of open G, and then E minor 7. So that's going to be 7, 2, sorry, 5, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5. and by 5-2 I mean 5-7. And then it comes up to the 7th fret with the bar chord, and you're going to play the A minor 7, which is going to be muting the top string, and then 7, 9, 7, 8, 7. And then back down to the 5th fret with an A major bar chord. And back to the incompleted G, and then E minor 7, and then the 7th fret bar chord for the A minor 7, and then that continues for a bit, and then the next section is going to be the middle 8, which is to a melody of Childish Days, and that's going to be an A minor, and then a G. And then there's another jazz chord here which we haven't seen yet, and that's going to be a 2, and then you mute this A string again, and then it's open, and then it's a 2, 0, 2. So it's 2, mute, 0, 2, 0, 2. And then the next chord you play is going to be 2, mute, 1, 2, 0, 2. So all you've done is just put on that 1 on the third, on the D string. So that goes. Yeah, and then that's that section, and then it goes back into the and then he plays that until the end of the song, and then on the outro on the EP version he does this riff. He puts it in other places as well, but it's the A major bar chord, so you're muting the top string, and then it's 5, 7, 7, 7, 5, and then he lifts off his hand to let the let the high E ring. So it's and that's kind of it. I know it sounds a bit jangly on here, but that's the outro riff that he uses, and that's pretty much the whole song. If you want to check out the tab, there's a tab in the comments, and there's also links to him playing it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Any questions, let me know. Cheers.